seaport, your industrial near seaport, some of them actually rent to store their containers. Yeah. So you can also rent long term for people to build up, just like your Sungai Besi, they will just rent out, and people will actually lease long term to build. And the good thing about this is after the term finish, some of the tenants actually will pass you back with the land with the building. Yeah. So the other way is also to use as a car park. So if your land is a residential land, basically it's very hard to generate any income. So to rent out or as a residential, it's very difficult.
Hey, but I got one land residential, but they rent to the cement mixer. How
Cement mixer. If you are undeveloped land, I think can lah. But if it's bungalow land.
Oh no, undeveloped. But the one is under residential.
So under residential or still horticulture?
It's a development land.
Residential. Development land.
Your light.
Where is the land?
Medium or?
No, 那个10个acre啦。
Oh, but that is actually for their project, right? Adjoining land project and all these things, right?
No. They are not doing anything, ma. They just rent the land to them, ma.
I think if you get some approval.
But okay lah,
the
cement mixture is industrial ma. So it's light, medium or?
No, I think basically cement you can. There are a lot of, because even in construction sites there are a lot of cement plants and all these things ma. So I'm not sure, but I think probably our DBKL is. Yeah, quite lenient on this thing, and just let them use that.
Okay.
But I mean, if you really do a proper cement plant, I believe you need to be in the industrial area because it's pollution and all these things. Yeah. Okay, so this one is basically you generate some income from the land. So after you generate some income, what you can do, you go to level 3. Okay, so this one will need a bit more功夫to do this. Okay, some of the investor or developer developer basically they are also land investors So they will actually apply for rezoning of the land based on the higher value usage of the land. For example, from agriculture they will rezone to residential rezone to commercial, and so on. Or residential or to industrial. So if you can do a rezoning, basically your land value will increase. So later you can sell the land or whatever. Rezoning can be quite challenging if you don't have the right contact in the DBKL or whatever city council. If its surrounding has been rezoned, it will be much easier, and it will take months to years to do the rezoning. Because basically, the committee of the city council, they need to do some technical review by various departments. Because DBKL, we have a one-stop center, so one-stop center will help them to gather all the comments and all these things. And actually, for example, DBKL or MPPJ or whatever, they actually need to publish this rezoning in the master plan as a draft master plan to get public feedbacks before they can gazette this thing and make it a master plan. So this thing will take long time, and you need the committee to support you because if they don't pass their level, then they won't publish for the gazetting. Of course, commercial premium will be applicable if you manage to get approval. Of course, there are also ways, if you want to sell the land, what you can do is after rezoning, you can, premium not paid yet, what you can do is you can sell the land with condition with a CP. So what happens is you sell the thing with condition, means you sign SPA and say, this SPA is only valid if I get this zoning approved within this period. So once approved, then means the purchaser must buy the land.
Okay, like example lah. So yesterday I met a developer, then he got a piece of land, his own land lah, to sell. It's a residential land. So it's a leasehold. So lease until 2080s lah. Then he also with a condition. So price including the extension for the lease. So this is CP lah.
Yeah, correct. So once the thing extended, then only the SPA will, the 3+1 or whatever will start running. Yeah. Even, I mean, another example of CP is your leasehold consent. For state consent, then if there's a CP fulfill, then only you go for the 3+1. So if you have if you do a conditional SPA, so you can actually sell this land with the converted price. Instead of, because means the approval risk of the approval is already taken out. So buyer can buy with the peace of mind. Okay, so
It's called conditions SPA lah.
conditional SPA, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So after if you manage to get this rezoning, means level 3 pass, you can go to level 4. So after the rezoning, what you can do, if you want to improve the land value further, what you can do is you can submit a DO. So if your DO, of course, it will take months or the year, depending on the difficulty, the technical things. So if the DO is approved, then of course to really develop, then you still need a building plan approved lah. But the building plan approved is much easier than DO lah. So the value will increase because once you have DO, you are technically ready to develop. You can find a contractor, whatever, or you can find a buyer to buy with DO. Basically, there are some developers in town who would like to buy land with DO, fast turnaround land. So if you got this DO approved, basically your land is another level up.
Then the buyer means another developer lah. So they need to follow according to the DO to give.
Because DO will tell you how many units of what you want to do, condo or office or whatever. So how many units lah? Basically, it's not the architect design. Basically, you have the unit.
The number lah, the number of the
unit
anyway
depend on the plot
ratio.
Or
the plot ratio actually will be specified in the zoning. So your DO is just to like apply to the highest possible for the. Basically, it will tell you how many story. If you've seen the signboard on the side, how many stories
most of the developer will accept with DO one. Buyer.
Yeah, they will prefer something with DO.
Because they save time lah.
They can straight away apply building plan, whatever. Then they can
save time lah.
everything.
Because they also cannot change the plot ratio and the what ma. They cannot ma. So then that's why to them it's save time lah.
Okay. So after that, what you can do if you have DO, what you can do to add more profit in your land investment, you can, instead of selling the land, you can do a JV to develop the land. You can find a developer, you can find a contractor, or you can find like do a fundraising or whatever to do this development. So you can get the land value plus basically some profit sharing. So of course, if it's not the developer, then you need to handle the project marketing. Of course, if you have no track record and the first time developer, it can be quite challenging. So basically JV, there are a few models. So basically the landowner can get back some percentage of units, or some of the arrangement is like you get back a percentage of the GDP, or you get some, or else you can get back your land value based on the valuation or whatever, plus the profit sharing based on the agreed ratio.
But what is the norm for the percentage right now?
Wow. Okay. But I think okay, landowner, as I know, used to get percentage of units. For example, 500 units, then the owner get like 100 units. But the shortcoming for the owner is that they always get lousy units. Yeah. Those facing the TMV station and all these things.
So mean about 20% lah.
Yeah, so based on some build up and all this
20 to 30 lah.
But also,
usually not more than 20.
Also depending on the negotiation lah.
Yeah, so depends on whatever can agree between both parties lah. But one developer will try to maximize the profit lah. Yeah. So nowadays the landowners are smarter. Probably they will get the percentage of GDP lah. Okay. So if, for example, now you still not happy with the JV, you want to get more profit, so you can do the land, develop yourself. But of course, if you do a development, basically you require some developer license.
Less than 3 units.
Less than 4 units. 4 units or below is not required. Of course, depends on the land how big. If it's like 1 acre or less than 1 acre, then you can do the 4 units. If it's more than, you need to, basically you have to exceed the number, right?
So the 4 unit is the maximum lah.
I think 4 or 5 units, right?
3 last time, I'm not sure now. Because the small developer, they
Four,
like
yeah.
bungalow land.
If you do something like you do for your children, all these things, then the law don't requires the developer license. But I'm not sure commercial properties also, I think nowadays don't need a developer license, right? Only a PPL.
Commercial normally more than that, the units of numbers of units more than that.
But this one I need to check. But I think
Residential, I know.
yeah, because I think if you are building and not selling, then you can do it yourself lah. If you are holding it, the whole project by yourself. So of course, this is more cash flow intensive. Requires a project financing, end financing, and all these things. And end financing is not easy if you don't have a track record. One of my friend, first time developer in Johor, Mersing. So he bought a land. No, I think it's a JV. He tried to get end financing to start selling the project. I think the project almost finished. That only he managed to get the end financing.
Yeah lah. Because the bank also worried they cannot complete.
Yeah. So I think until the structure everything up, I think 80% or something. Only then he got some end financing lah. So but I think once he got the first project running, then the next projects will be easier lah. So you need to handle things like project marketing and all these things. Of course, if you do this and once you make a name in the market, future there will be a lot of people looking for you lah. Agent will be proposing lands to you and all these things. So if you develop and sell lah, okay. So and if this is still like not profitable enough.
Have level 7.
Yeah, level 7. If you are even having a deeper pocket, you can develop the land and keep the units. And usually these are for higher ROI properties lah. Yeah, I mean if the project can bring more rental income and all these things, so you need to do a bridging project financing to support by the property income lah. So you can consider this strategy if, for example, if you have a portfolio of, for example, if you have land, some shop houses, some are residential. So you can sell the residential, and you can do this strategy for the
mixed development lah.
Yeah, mixed development. So you can retain a small portion for this strategy lah. Yeah, you know, there's one developer, KIP. You know their strategy is they will do a mall, right? Keep mall and all these things. What they do is they will buy a bigger land. They will develop part of it as a mall and part of it as a shop office. So they will sell the shop office to basically use the profit to build the mall. So basically, at the end, they'll get the mall at a very little cost.
Like that time we visit the NQB lah. NQB, the Tropicana Aman lah.
他们有 keep 咩？
它不是有摸咩？摸不是 keep 着的咩？
Yeah, some okay. Yeah, some developer they will keep.
Like Tan also they keep more mah. They keep the hotel and the mall.
Yeah, need a very very deep pocket.
Hold and hold now.
No joke.
Hold and hold.
Okay, so most of the developers will do a refinancing after the thing is completed. They will do a refinancing. Of course, if you do this, you require a very careful planning and a careful study lah. Because you don't want later after you do all these things, you get a mall with no visitor, like very rundown mall, you know, like very visited mall, you know, no people come. Then you wasted all your money and you make a loss. So basically,
Got level 8 or not?
this is ultimate level lah.
Oh.
So if I draw a flow chart, the color okay, I think the color run a bit. So if you start with this buying a land, so what you can do is you will try to sell the land, profit. After you sell, you buy next land. You buy, try to sell, can sell or not.
No.
If you can sell,
Yes,
you make a profit and then you reinvest the money to buy a land. Okay, if you come here, you can sell.
No.
But for example, if the profit is not what you want, cannot meet your ROI, what you can do is, okay, you go for the next level,
Resoning.
So with rezoning, so value will increase, and you can sell after rezoning. Okay, if you can sell, then you make a profit, and then you come back here. So you come back again. So if you cannot sell, then you go for the next level. Apply for DO. Apply for DO. You can sell with the DO. If you can sell, you come back here. If you cannot, then you go for next level. JV to develop.
真的太聪明了
So if you can find a project partner, you make a profit, so you come back. If not, you develop yourself lah. So after development, if you can sell, go for next project. If you cannot sell, keep for recurring income. So sometimes people keep the property is also because no choice ah. There are also things like that. 晒晒我頭咗。So you will make a profit and come back lah. So hopefully you'll make a profit from here lah, and keep this running.
Ecosystem lah.
Yeah. So if you keep the property, also you can generate extra income from your property appreciation with the refinancing lah. You can also get some cash from that and go for next project. So yeah. So you have next time you have a land investor, you can convince them lah. This
Business model.
selling this dream to them.
Mostly
Very good lah.
they stop at JV lah.
Most people doing it now.
Sell-
咪做緊，但下穿
做緊 but 冇講到咁透 So he's actually opened up the secret.
No secret lah. I just reorganize the thoughts lah. So
until self-develop 也是头痛啊。
actually a lot of developers they are also following this cycle. You see a lot of developers now start selling lands.
Yes.
There are also developers too much land. They will sell some now here. And then you heard about the news yesterday. The EcoWorld sold their Johor land to Microsoft. They bought from IOI after like less than 1 year only. They already
40亿啊，400亿。
400 million.
They sell like one quarter of the land. The price that they sold is higher than the whole
they buy.
land they paid for the whole price they paid for the land. 400 million. They paid like
400 million.
400 million for the
To acquire the whole land lah. So now they selling 1 quarter only.
selling 1 quarter only. Of course, I think that 1 quarter probably you need to give a bit more because they need to surrender for the road and all these things lah.
Okay.
Right? Of course, what he did, if you read the announcement, what he did also, they actually have rezoned the place. Because when they bought from IOI, there's also a condition that is subject to the rezoning to industrial. Okay, so they already gone through that. I think the deal was completed. I read back that the deal was completed in January. I think probably EcoWork already got have a buyer in hand, then they rush the thing. Because actually to get the rezoning to done like half year is not easy. But EcoWork got the connection. I think small quality. So I think because I think they are also like got quite some presence in Johor already. A lot of people approach them for this inquiries. So they have this inquiry in hand, I guess that. So they rush for this, and they can flip the thing with the buyer in hand. So the thing is that if you need to establish yourself first in the marketplace, then you can do a lot of things. So what he did is like come here, they already resell already, and they retain some, continue here. So of course this is just the overall, and then you can actually do a multi-tier strategy. Some land do here, some land do here. And the last time I remember one, I think Ivan, he said, I remember quite clearly last time. I learned from what Ivan
Thanks, the Subang one.
Oh, Ivan
last time I think you.
The Subang one.
I think you met some investor and then you come back and share with us this strategy.
This Ivan
buy
Ivan first.
you lah. Buy 3. I remember what some investor did. This is what Ivan shared to me. I remember very well. Buy 3, sell 2, keep 1.
The dato.
Yeah. So something like that. So you sell some land, you bring the profit to develop some of the thing. Then you actually got you can keep some of them for recurring income.
Okay.
Considerations. So at last we look at some of the things we to consider. Okay, so I'm just going through this quickly. First thing is the location. Second, you need to check what is the legal access or physical access to the land. Some of the land actually got some physical access, but it's not the legal access. Now you can reach there, but actually that land is actually on someone else's land. So you need to check the.
This is that one that time Alan agents share one piece of land also lah. This land is the
third layer.
Third layer and third lot, and then the first and second
it's a physical road.
Now physical one using the first and second lot.
Yeah, so it's actually so people can close the land anytime.
Yes.
So basically, if it's like this, what you can do is agriculture only. So you cannot do development and all these things. So of course you need to check the surrounding condition and the land condition. What type of soil, this and that, topography and all these things. Check the direction of growth. So whether is the development coming to your direction, or is the development going to another direction? So of course, one time people are buying for Rawang, Bukit Berontong, all these things because they thought the direction of growth would be there, but it didn't happen. So the growth is generally going south, going to Seremban and all these things. So
because the feng shui is going south for the next 10 years.
No, that time they thought they say KLIA will be there.
It's also because of government planning.
They didn't see the feng shui hole.
So so if you're on the direction of growth, generally it will go wrong. So look at your potential to add value to the land. You need to be familiar with the area. So this is a property factor, and if you look at it, there are other factors to consider. So whatever you want to use the land for, you need to be very focused on the intended use. Make sure the objective can be achieved. If you want to, even for commercial, make sure it can be used for the purpose. Consider your holding period, because the longer you go for the cycle, the longer period you need. Whether you yourself you've got a holding power or not. The capital you have, cash flow, you need to consider. So market condition, whether it's a hot market, cold market, and all these things. And of course, economic uncertainty. So if there's a downturn or whatever, it will affect your plan. And there's a policy uncertainty. Like for example, those days, KL city center, they can build much higher plot ratio properties. After 2018, actually, the approved plot ratio is much lower. Yeah, not more than 1/8 lah, basically. So a lot of the landowners who bought the land expecting they can build more, stuck there lah. So basically they have to accept that they cannot do such a plot ratio anymore lah. Okay, so you want to wait to buy land or
I need to wait.
buy land to wait?